kids weren't that good either. My kids weren't that good either. They didn't sit it. Especially Zach.
Okay. I'll call this December 17th, 2025 regular school board meeting to order. If everyone please rise and recite the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Can I get a motion to approve the agenda?
I'll make that motion.
Second.
All right. Motion and second. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. All right. I think we have advertised public comment on the 2026-20 or public hearing for the 2026-27 budget. Is anyone here to speak on the budget tonight at the public hearing? All right. If there's no one here to speak on the budget, I'll need a motion to close the public hearing on the budget 26-27 budget.
I'll make a motion.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Public hearing is closed. All right. General public comments. Is anyone here signed up? Is anyone here to speak tonight on general public comments? Not necessary. It's okay. Appreciate it though. All right. Then we'll move on to the recognitions. Turn that over to Dr. Campbell.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Ms. Mustang, if you would please, I'd like for us to recognize our Christmas card contest winners from this school year.
We're always very excited to do this every year where our third grade students, they draw a picture and enter their picture into the Christmas card contest. I know, it's so exciting. And so we are going to recognize those students. There's one student from each school, elementary school, that we're going to recognize tonight. And in no particular order, the first student that we're going to recognize is Emmeline Evans. Macy, and she is from Macy McClary. The next student we have from Eastern Elementary School is Miss Aubrey Mitro. Hold up your winning entry so everybody can see it. Your face, Mommy.
You'll let Mom take your picture. Can we see it? Will you show it to us?
Oh, look at that.
That is beautiful. Beautiful.
And next, this student is from Narrows, and her name is Aaliyah Raymond. All right, turn that Mommy see it.
Oh, gosh.
And inside the bag, there is a picture of the card that they made for each entry. That this is what we send out from the school board office. And
we also made an ornament for the tree. And then, sorry, moms and dads, Christmas ornament kits. All kinds of little things.
Just don't feed your little sister those.
That's right.
okay. Sorry.
Didn't even her long ass.
All right, thank you for everybody, and parents for bringing it.
Stay down there, won't you? go, Ms. Miles, if you don't mind, please. Congratulations, kids. That's a great job. We really appreciate you all participating in that program. Also tonight, we'd like to recognize our Giles High School girls volleyball team, our state champions. Miss Shelley Bogus, principal of Giles High School, is going to head up this presentation. If you would please, Miss Bogus, and Miss Mustang, help you out.
Well, I'm actually just going to introduce Mandy Havens. She has been named the Coach of the Year. Our volleyball team, we are district, region, and state champions, and have recently been named #1 as a #1 small town team in the nation by Max Press, right?
Yes. I just want to say thank you to the community, to the parents, that all of the school employees that make our volleyball season possible. It really takes a village, and there's so many people that pour so much into it. I've got the best coaching staff standing beside me, and these girls will tell you that too. They are just truly blessed by them, and all of the workers. Our bus driver gets us there, and he gets us there in a hurry, and he gets us there safe. And so it's all the way down to that, our table crew and everybody, custodians that have to clean up the gym after games. And there's just a lot of people that go into making all of that possible. And I cannot properly express how proud I am of all of these girls. They are truly, they just battled in moments where it would have been easy to lay down and quit, and they don't have any quit in them. And so I'm so proud of them. And they have earned a lot of honors as well this year. So I think, did you say you want me to call them?
I would.
Okay, how about all of you come on up?
I mean, I would.
All right, and then when I call your name, or do you want to?
I can open their certificate.
Okay. And all right, so we have #1 Rain Smith, who is also honorable mention all Mountain Empire District. Lexi Peets, #2, also honorable mention all Mountain Empire District. Rain Sharp, #3. Lowry, #4, Peyton Evans, #5, and well, actually #22. She's our libero. She's the one that's in the different color jersey that everyone always asks about. So that's what she does. Ada Steele. Second team All Mountain Empire District. Kylie Snyder, #7. All Mountain Empire District, All Region, and All State. Heidi Krieger, #8. Addison Hilton, #9. Sophie Taylor, #10. Sophie Empire District, Region, and State Player of the Year. She's all right at volleyball. And going to Ole Miss soon, pretty soon. Izzy Fraser is first team All Mountain Empire District, first team All Region, and second team All State. #12. Jordan Mills, #13. And then we also had Addie Wagle, #14. And we've got Macy Miller, our manager. Is she on 15? Oh, sure.
Mandy Havens, head coach. We introduced her as coach.
Okay, all right.
Just Kelsey Lucas is assistant coach, but she can't be here. Whitney Matlock. Cameron McCroskey.
Oh, this is for the.
This is for Sophie for All-State Player of the Year. And here's your Coach of the Year certificate.
Thank you all.
All right,
Wait.
however you have to line yourselves up.
All right, and we're going to stand on chairs, guys.
Just don't stand in front of me.
Say Mark's next week. We definitely lost.
Can I see you back there?
Yes, ma'am.
We're not important in this picture.
It's all about y'all, not us.
All right. This is your cheese shot. Okay, that's good enough right there.
How come you're not counting?
You didn't have to do it.
Yeah, he did. Hey, congratulations, sir. Yeah. And I would love to have a little granddaughter.
Next week. Your side is stock. He just exists as
Chandra and Trey. I love you. Love y'all. Thank you all for recognizing me. Thank you for being there. No, I'm the only one gets home. I can't even get a fist bump. I'm her favorite. Yeah.
Great.
All right, guys, we'll carry on with a few more recognitions this afternoon before we get into a few other things. Giles High School, this meeting appears to be all about you so far, and we're excited to recognize Giles High School as our November, I want to make sure I say the right month, right? November highest attendance percentage, their attendance percentage at Giles High School the month of November, 97.02%. In the interest of time, we'll get a picture later and email it in, okay? Thank you very much. I appreciate your hard work towards attendance. We'll move on now with our next recognition, the VQB5 Excellence Award. We'll ask Dr. Morris if you would please to present this recognition.
All right.
Oh, so you fixed a doctor now?
Yep, she's a.
Congratulations, bud. Congratulations, bud.
Thank you. It's still new and sounds kind of weird. I'm going to ask our Eastern preschool team to come up and join me. Ashley Hilton, Angie Martin, and Becca Hurd. They are the winners of the VQB5 Honor Roll for Excellence Award, and this is actually their second year receiving this award. And I'm going to quote from the letter that we got with the award. This distinguished recognition is reserved for programs that have achieved the highest possible rating of exceeds expectation in Virginia's statewide early childhood measurement system. Your program's commitment to delivering high-quality early childhood education not only sets a standard of excellence within Virginia, but also serves as a national exemplar for others to follow. So there were only 101 sites that earned exceeds expectations in the 24-25 school year, and that was out of over 3,000 public and private early childhood sites across Virginia. And so that included child care centers, family day homes, Head Start programs, and public schools. So this is an amazing team, and we all know that, and we love them, and we tell them that all the time, and they are too modest. So I'm hoping that winning an amazing award like this will.
It's the only way they get their exercise. Hey, everybody smile, everybody looks good, Philip, you.
Congratulations, lady. Hey, Ashley, I was gonna say, it started in the garage. It started in my garage. I'm gonna wait for the teacher of the year to say that. I'm gonna make that announcement.
I put it in my paper.
You did?
I turned my paper in today. I put it in there.
It's so, I still kept stuff out there until it all crinkled up and.
Congratulations.
Thank you all. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you all very much.
Ms. Tibbs and Ms. Mustaine, if you would please, we'll move on to the recognition of our teacher and service personnel of the month.
Yes, sir. We know it's a busy time and there's probably not a lot here because they have a lot of activities going on tonight, but we would like to recognize all of our teachers and service personnel month. They're all very well deserving. So tips. All right, we'll start with Macy McClarity. Brandy Smith is being recognized as Teacher of the Month for Macy McClarity. She's been in education for over 15 years. Not only is she an amazing reading and English teacher, she serves as the SAT team and on the PTO. Ms. Smith is always thinking of others at school, both students and staff alike. Personalized poster that will be 3D printed. We will get it. We've been out of school a little bit, so we haven't got it. Yeah. And for their service personnel of the month.
Don't forget your coaster.
Did I
get my coaster?
Oh, there. Okay, so Ms. Kimmy has only been at Macy this school year, but she has already made her mark. While her main role is in middle school, she's happy to serve wherever needed when we're in a pinch. She has even navigated most of this semester on a knee scooter and crutches.
Oh, wow.
Kimmy always has something kind to say, and she's always willing to serve whomever and wherever is best for Macy. Congratulations. Okay, at the Tech Center,
Congratulations.
Mr. White is recognizing Emily Buckley as the teacher of the month. Emily teaches the drafting pre-engineering program at Dallas County Technology Center. Through Emily's leadership of the program, students have the ability to complete real-world, hands-on learning experiences in a positive environment. Emily continues to gain knowledge through various conferences and trainings, as well as garnering information from universities and professionals in the field to better prepare her students for the next step in either the workforce or furthering their education. Emily's students have had a 100% pass rate on their certification exams the past several years. Are we supposed to say she's the brains in the family? Yeah.
She's everything in the family.
Good answer. Great answer.
I'm well trained.
And then the next is Service Personnel of the Month for the CTE Center. That is Eddie Robbins. Eddie has been a custodian at the Tech Center for a little over a year. In that time frame, he has proven that he works well with our staff and students and takes pride in the Tech Center. Eddie is a hard worker that completes any task assigned efficiently and effectively. We're thankful to have Eddie as part of our team. Congratulations, Eddie Robbins. Shelley, would you like to announce your teacher and service personnel of the month? Or would you like to? I'm ready to do my side. Since you were here. All right, Giles High School would like to recognize Brianna Evans as their teacher of the month. Brianna is a dependable, creative, and always ready to support her students. She works with students at a variety of levels and has taken on the challenge of adding dual enrollment courses this year, a task that is no small feat. She brings a great deal of enthusiasm and a genuine love for her subject, making a lasting impact on both her students and our community school. And next, Giles High School would like to recognize Service Personnel of the Month as Peyton Carter. Peyton works hard on assigned tasks and takes directions well. He has built strong relationships with students and works effectively. Come over here. You're sneaking up on me. And works effectively within his department. Peyton's positive attitude, easygoing nature, and sense of humor make him a pleasure to work with, and he approaches every task with a willing to learn attitude. So we appreciate it. Drove to Radford to pick up students for me every morning for, I don't know how many, a long time. So we appreciate that. So congratulations.
Congratulations.
All right, next we'll move to Nares High School. Nares High School would like to recognize Catlin Suttle as the Teacher of the Month. He has been selected as our Teacher of the Month for December. Catlin teaches math at Nares High School and is committed to bringing out the best in his students. He maintains high expectations for his classes while also being very popular among the students. He consistently achieves high marks on the SOL tests and also serves as the math coach, that's hard to say, math coach. We are proud to honor Mr. Suttle as our Teacher of the Month.
Slinging babies.
Slinging babies, that's right. Service Personnel of the Month, and I think we all can agree with this one for sure, is Bobby Boone. Bobby Boone has been selected as our Service Personnel of the Month for December. Bobby is a dedicated worker who helps keep everybody in line. She does an outstanding job of carrying out her duties as guidance clerk while also assisting in a number of other tasks. We appreciate all of her hard work and all of our little ones who come over to the high school from Nares Elementary School. Love all the goodies that she gives them after school. So congratulations. All right, we'll move to Nares Elementary Middle School. Chris Bautier is recognizing McCreary Mann as the PE teacher at Nares Elementary as the Teacher of the Month. Mr. Mann taught special education and alternative education from 4 Giles County Public Schools. Mr. Mann is an outstanding teacher, colleague, and an exceptional employee who is always willing to do whatever it takes to make his class and school better. This summer, he was a part of the crew that painted and got schools ready for classes to resume. Currently, he is working after hours to ensure our students come back into a clean building each day. You'd be hard-pressed to find a better, honest, and more hard-working individual than Mr. Mann, and we are fortunate to have him at Nares Elementary Middle School. Service Personnel of the Month for Nares Elementary School is Penny Martin. Penny is a special education assistant at Nares Elementary School, working primarily with 5th grade students. Penny wears so many hats around our building, and we rely heavily on her expertise and efficiency throughout the day. Penny begins and ends her day by transporting students to and from Nares Elementary School in a county car before switching roles and supporting many students in the classroom. She is also a preferred substitute in the office, filling in as the secretary as needed. There's no task too large for Penny, and she does them all with a great attitude and smile on her face. We're blessed to have Penny Martin at Nares Elementary School. Eastern Elementary Middle School is recognizing Rebecca Wagner as their Teacher of the Month. Rebecca not only does a great job in the classroom, but serves as a very busy member of the PTA. Ms. Wagner helps to plan, organize, and complete many extracurricular activities for EEMS students. Congratulations, Rebecca. And last but certainly not least, Service Personnel of the Month for Eastern is Mike Sanders. Mike works tirelessly to keep EEMS clean. With only 2 custodians at this time, Mike has taken on extra duties to make Eastern clean, comfortable, and safe for all the students. Eastern Elementary School appreciates everything that he does for them. Congratulations.
CrossFit.
Good job. That was great.
This is a smile so pretty shop. Pretty good. Thank you.
Good job, Warren.
You can skip that.
Don't look so. All right, guys, we have our final recognition. We'd like to recognize our school board chairman, Mr. Jason Buckland. Mr. Buckland is receiving a certificate from the Virginia School Board of Association, and it reads, presented by the Virginia School Board Association to Jason Buckland for serving as a delegate in the 2025 VSBA Delegate Assembly. We appreciate everything you do for us, Mr. Buckland. Thank you.
No, it's fine. No.
He said, no.
Stand.
Oh, Lord.
We are really gonna get.
You know, if you don't have a lot to put in the
paper.
paper this week.
Oh,
Oh, I feel
What they'll say.
real well.
It should be on this television to your right, Ms. Tickle. You may just have to minimize the PowerPoint. I think it'll be it was on the internet tab.
And can somebody move the attendance banner?
Oh, maybe that was just.
I figure if it's in my way, I'll go over here.
Now hit the escape button. There you go.
Okay, there we go. You want your.
Enjoyed all the recognition tonight, and appreciate everybody's attendance for that participation in it. This time we have Ms. Boggess presenting educational feature for Giles High School.
Okay, first, thank you guys. I don't think that I've ever done the educational feature for Giles. I've always had other people do it. So thank you for that. Anybody knows me, there's two things I'm very passionate about. One is curriculum and the other is behavior. So luckily I have a job, I get to deal with both all the time. So what we want to do tonight is we want to highlight our dual enrollment program at Giles High School. But we have to, before we can do that, we have to talk about our teachers at the high school. I want to recognize the teachers that make it possible. They provide our student with the opportunity to have face-to-face instruction for 64 dual enrollment credits through New River Community College in-house with these teachers. What does it take to teach a dual enrollment class? They must have a master's degree with at least 18 hours in the content that they are teaching. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to introduce you guys to them and let them talk a little bit about themselves and the courses that they teach. So I'm proud to introduce Pam Adelbad, who does our science courses. So Pam, I'll let you talk about you.
I just stand here.
You can.
Alright, so I am Pam Adelbad. I've been teaching NRCC biology probably since 2008, something like that. I got a master's a long time ago in a school in West Virginia. I'm sorry. And I actually come from a research background. I did 2 years there in grad school in biology, where I did some research in Trinidad and Tobago, and then switched to secondary ed when I realized that teaching was really my passion. And been at Giles, I did 3 years in Charlottesville City Schools, and now I've been at Giles for the last 24, teaching earth science, chemistry, and the dual enrollment biology class. I teach Bio 101, 102 in the labs that are attached to those, and I've taught many students and some of your own children. And what I like about the courses and what we bring to the kids is preparation. I think that, that the rigor that the biology courses provide them does help them when they go on to their 2 and 4 years, or even their trade schools, whatever it is they're passionate about. I know for myself, I've worked with Linda Blue at UVA, I've worked with Jake Soha at Virginia Tech, I worked with Dr. Amy Azano at Virginia Tech, expanding my research and expanding my background so that I can provide for my students, that level of instruction. So, I hope that they feel that and they get that, because I know I'm super passionate about what I do, and I wouldn't do it if I wasn't. And I am just so proud of my students and all that they have accomplished and all that they continue to accomplish. So, thank you.
I'll let Luke Craig discuss what he has had to do to prepare for this and what he does now.
And broken no pickles. I'm Luke Craig. I have a master's degree in English from Ohio University. I have a bachelor's degree in secondary English education from Concord University. And I have 3 bachelor's of arts degrees from Concord as well in literature, professional writing, and creative writing. One of my favorite experiences was college. That's where I embraced the English nerd within myself. That's where I felt myself oh, this is actually really, 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 really fun. So whenever Ms. Bogus gave me the opportunity after I finished my master's degree to tackle some English literature courses and stuff, I jumped right on it because it's kind of where my heart's at. This is my 3rd year teaching dual enrollment classes. I teach American literature, British literature, college success skills, and now for the first time this year, dual enrollment creative writing, which is really, really fun. Students get to, right now they're working on their own novella that they're publish on Amazon. So they get to say that they're published authors by the end of the school year. And then today alone, I got to close read one of my favorite poems by Robert Frost with my group, and we all kind of nerded out together. So that was really, really fun.
Nikita has a choir concert that starts at 6 o'clock, so she could not be here, but she does have a master's degree, which makes her eligible to teach the music appreciation, and we're looking at possible music theory. She's mentioned that, so she can't be here. Brianna Evans, she can talk about her program.
Hi, I'm Brianna Evans. I actually graduated from Giles High School, and then I utilized the ACE program, went to New River, got my associate's degree. I transferred to Radford University, and I got my bachelor's in social sciences. Then I got my master's from Radford in education, curriculum, and instruction. And then I got my master's in history from Liberty University. This is my first year teaching dual enrolled classes, and so far it's been great. I teach NRCC Virginia U.S. history. I'm eligible to teach the world history side as well, but so far we're just doing Virginia U.S. history. So that's it.
You need to do what I need you to do it. Kelsey Lucas, she could not be here. She had something else she had to do, but she just graduated and she will be able to teach the health course. That's required for your associate's degree. It's a 1 credit course, but that makes her eligible to teach that, and we plan to start that next semester. So she will be new to this. Rhonda McCroskey does our business.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Rhonda McCroskey. As Ms. Bogus said, I teach the business classes. I have my Master of Arts in Executive Leadership from Liberty University. I have my Bachelor of Science in Organizational Management and Leadership from Bluefield University. I am a career switcher, so this is my 2nd year of teaching and also my 2nd year doing dual enrolled. I teach currently intro to business and entrepreneurship, and I hope to be able to teach business law soon. We're trying to figure out if I'm eligible or not. I should be. So, Mr. Buckland, that's a heads up.
It's just common.
But in addition to my degrees, I also bring 35 years of practical business experience into the classroom, which I'm really trying my best to prepare students for not only college life, but also adulthood. So, I'd also like to thank Mr. Pennington for his service on the school board.
Thank you.
Tanya Reese.
I'm Tanya Reese.
I also have a master's degree from that school in West Virginia. I'm a little more passionate about it. It's not bad. I've been teaching 28 years, and this is my 9th year teaching the dual enrollment class. I left teaching in 2014, planning never to go into a classroom again. I worked at our family business, and I was really happy there. And in 2017, Leanne Booth and Tricia Young contacted me and asked me to come and to consider the position at Giles, and Rick Franklin was in my office within 30 minutes of And I'm really glad I made the decision to be a Spartan. I've been happy there for the 9 years that I've been there. It's been really great. It makes me really happy when our students send me an email and thank me and tell me that they know MLA format and APA format better than many of their peers on campus. And that's the happiest time. And I have received several of those emails, so it makes me really happy. And I'm just really proud to be a part of what Shelley has created. I not only teach the English classes, that's what they hired me to come in and teach, but she looked over my credentials and realized that I could also teach the public speaking course. And I did not feel confident really to teach that, but it has been so much fun to see those kids get up there and do those impromptus. I really enjoy teaching the public speaking class, so thank you for asking me to do that.
That was like a secret you had that you weren't telling, and I was like, hang on a minute.
No. Anyway, it's worked out really well. So I've been teaching that course 5 years.
Yep. Yeah. Katie Wright also, she teaches 2 levels of math. She actually teaches 4 courses, but she teaches the stats classes, and then she teaches the pre-calculus classes, but she couldn't be here either. But those are our dual enrollment instructors, and what they do is, it's amazing. I mean, and what they had to do to be able to do it, people I don't think always realize this is what it takes to be able to do that. You can't just do it. So it's a lot of work that they put into their education to be able to provide this to our students, and I'm so proud of them. So, thank you. What it started as, whenever I first started at the beginning, here's what we offered, and we offered it through our DE program. And that was where we had a bunch of kids sitting in a room, and we would pipe it in from New River. And they would do the art, the religion, the sociology, and the psychology. They do in the fall and 2 in the spring. So since then, this is what we have grown to. We offer the 12 DE credits are still the psych, sociology, religion, and art. But all the courses that have the stars are courses that are taught by Giles High School instructors. And that's 82 college credits that they have an option to take. And that's just impressive to me that you guys do that every year. So that's what we are offering now. So we've come a long way compared to where we were. So how do you get accepted into dual enrollment courses? The minimum requirement by New River is a 3.0 GPA. But we look at strong academic history. We talk over and over, these teachers know their kids. We talk about teacher recommendations, attendance, and we do look at SOLs to make sure that they're a strong enough student to go into these courses, because these are not easy A's. I can tell you that. They are not easy A's. Am I right? We have people here that can tell you they are not easy A's. So now, and this is kind of interesting to me, this year we met with Sarah Talbert, and next year we're going to be talking about the Uniform Certificate of General Studies. And these are the courses that a student can choose from. They have to have 31 to 37 credits to receive this certificate. For us, every course on this list we offer at Giles High School. So that was something that was really impressive to me, that we actually already offer these, because when we first heard about it, I'm like, oh gosh, what am I going to have to do to get this? Who am I going to have to harass? But we haven't, so we have all those already in there, and that was like amazing to me. Now, I know you guys have heard a lot about the accreditation changing and things like that, and the associate's degree push. Last year we had 5 students graduate with an associate's degree. This year we already have 7 who are slated to do that. For a student to get an associate's degree, I want to make sure I get this right, it's a 2-year degree, and it's generally about 61 credits to get that. So we start the 2-year plans now, looking at their junior and senior year, to develop a plan so that we can get more kids on that track. But with that, We have one class that we do not offer yet. We help facilitate getting that course, and that's the ITE 152. I'm working on her. But that's the only class that we do not offer in-house or through the distance ed program for the associate's degree for those students to get that. So we're one class short, Rhonda. Just throwing that out there. So I think I'm headed to the next one. Okay, so this is just like a rough one, okay? This can be many, many different things. But if we're looking at the associate's degree, a schedule could look like this, and these are just options that they have. Your 111 and 112 is actually your senior level English, but we push it down to junior year, we flip them, because that is a prereq to the literature. So if a student wants to do the 111 and 112 but doesn't want to go on to the literature, their senior year would flip and they would do their English 11. So there's what would look like a junior year, and then this could potentially look like a senior year of their 2-year plan. So, all right, so we had some quotes, and I won't go through all these, but I thought some of my favorite ones were like, additional classes gave me 55 college credits for free. That was pretty good there. Credits transferred, and I felt privileged to have had access to these. These are 3 of our graduates. I don't have you on here, but you're welcome to talk, Reagan.
Mrs. C's class of degrees.
I did reach out to a couple of our students. Russell Polly, he is in New York. He's going to NYU, but he wasn't in. And I asked him to just tell me, like, could you shoot me an email about your experience and what dual enrollment did for you and how it's helping you now? And he said, well, you do know I got into Berkeley too. Oh, no, I did not.
Now you know.
But he said, coming from a small school in a very small town, I was prepared for the rigor and workload of college to be a complete shock and overwhelm me. But I was pleasantly surprised when the semester started. The main areas the faculty at Giles High School helped me with were how to handle the workload in college and how to produce quality work of papers, presentations, and speeches at a level that is not just sufficient, but tremendous for college. I have already been praised on multiple occasions by professors and leaders for my quality of essay or general display of knowledge. In particular, the NRCC classes helped me greatly, especially in learning the quality of an assignment that is needed for higher standards, like I said before. Specifically, the NRCC English and public speaking greatly helped me as a baseline for every class I took my first semester. English truly taught me how to write a paper that I'm proud of at any level, and public speaking genuinely took me from too scared to speak in front of 3 people to already presenting speeches in 2 of my classes at NYU with only a little bit of nerves, Ms. Reese. Another point I want to make was the importance of my NRCC biology in my senior year and my normal chemistry my junior year. The semester I took chemistry and I retook my freshman biology as required by my university. In biology, 80% of the material at NYU was covered by Ms. Malabat. And I greatly excelled because I had that prior knowledge. I finished the semester with a 96.4 in bio. I also, even though Giles only offers normal chemistry, I had a great background with a lot of material covered there, and I excelled in another, taking calculus next semester. I'm having already taken Miss Wright's class. He got an A in that class, and it was reflective of her teaching. He said, while those classes were my main takeaways, every single other course being weaved into my schedule at GHS added to the layers of workload that can be comparable to college. Even the most elite like NYU, while individual classes have more work than high school, now I only have 4 as opposed to 7, and I have all day to study. So he said, overall, the classes offered at Giles granted me success later in life. So congratulations, you guys. He actually graduated with 68 credits from Giles, and he never had to go anywhere. He was all in-house. He took a few through New River because we didn't have them here yet, and he did get his associate's degree while he was in school. So we also invited Weston. We'll let him bring it home. Weston is back in town, so he was able to come tonight. Weston is now attending Stanford University. So Weston, I'm gonna let you bring it home, buddy.
All right. Yeah, too. Well, I had a nice, pretty polished speech for everybody, but I'm inspired by all the paperless speeches. So I learned from Miss Reese, the speech from the heart was better than the speech from paper. So shout out to Miss Reese there. But yeah, for anybody, I had the honor of meeting Weston Smith. I've got to know a lot of you guys, which I've really enjoyed. I'm a student at Stanford, so I'm just kind of going to talk a little bit about how Giles kind of impacted me and touched me. As Ms. Bogus said, the dual enrollment programs at our school really are wonderful. I was able to graduate through collaboration with Giles, the governor's school and NRCC, with 109 free credits. So almost a full bachelor's degree, all for free, all in high school. So I was so fortunate to have that opportunity. And because of that and some other passion projects and everything on the side, I was able to really materialize my dream school and move cross country on a full ride to the school of my dreams. So really couldn't get any better. And as Russell said in his email, I mean, it really has been weaved into every aspect of even my life now. In my speech currently, and my speeches at Stanford, I've used the skills from Miss Reese a lot of me. As a big science guy, whenever you want to go and apply for labs and like that, they like to test you. So the things I learned in Miss Maladad's class. And people like to read, which was new to me, so I can pick up on some books that I learned from Mr. C. So all these things really have been developed into who I am, made me, you know, the person I am today, the student I am today. And it really just takes you far. A lot of these kids, before they started these NRCC classes, never really had something to the same degree or rigor. And it shows you that classes are hard, but you can do it. And as Russell said, it shows you can do hard things. Even at school as a lead and top to Stanford, I mean, though it's still tough, I do feel very prepared. I do feel like I've been given the robust enough skill set to handle it. And yeah.
When do you get your master's?
Oh, thank you. See, I told you when I waited from this whole little written speech. So because of what I was allotted through the credits, I was able to get a whole year of credits knocked out. Even at Stanford, they see, you know, these credits that come from this little small town school that they accepted as quality enough for them. So in 4 years, I'm going to be able to graduate my bachelor's and master's, all paid for by the university, and then I'll be able to go on to medical school after that, and hopefully, my goal is pediatric surgery, fingers crossed, but hopefully more scholarships and everything to come, but life is looking good. I mean, it wouldn't have been possible without these guys and all the people that supported me, so. Awesome.
That was wonderful. So that's all we have. If you guys have any questions for us.
It sounds like you're trying to get Miss McCroskey to teach one more IT course.
Yes. If I can, we can get that one.
Well, I have seen you are a masterful schedule creator, and so I'm sure you can find a way to make that happen. I mean, I felt the elbow nudge from up here.
Yes. I mean, I thank you guys for letting us present. I mean, I feel so blessed, truly, that we have a building that has teachers that can do that and do it all the time. So thank you.
Thank y'all. Very impressive. Thank you all. Weston, good job. Keep it up, buddy.
Isn't that amazing?
Yes, it is.
It's amazing.
Yes, it is very impressive.
I have my moments. I about froze when I came back though. California is not this hot. Awesome.
Thanks, guys. Thank you for the
We have ball game and choir and band. Do you
See
need?
you later.
We're good.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone.
Out front. Yeah, maybe save me a spot out front, Miss Bogus.
Yeah.
Hey, save me a spot out front. Save me a spot out front. I'm gonna come in hot.
I don't know if I have a spot out front. I told the Eric.
Just saying.
I almost parked it the other day. There was nobody in it. And I was thinking, so yesterday I was up there? Yeah.
All right, guys, that's a terrific round of presentations and recognition. Bye, Ms. Bogus. You guys have a terrific evening. Thank you. We'll see you later.
Bye, Andy.
Thank you.
Bye, Andy. Trying to get her out the door. Go, Andy.
Great. we will ask Miss Tibbs has a 4-slide slideshow she is going to share with you on our accountability results. Legally required presentation we must share with you each year.
Thank you.
Quick. Let me get started. Yeah, okay. We're going to share, we've been asked to share the Giles County Schools Accountability Framework scores. And what this is a very complicated process that has taken all of us here at the school board office months to understand and to, we've been asked to summarize this in 5 minutes.
Thank you.
You're on the clock. And you're on the clock.
Yes, okay. So the new accountability framework includes a lot more than just SOL test scores. The categories include mastery, growth, and absenteeism at the elementary schools. And for the high schools, it's mastery, growth, graduation rates, and 3D. I'm sorry to stand in front of you guys and get away here. So you may have several questions of how the VDOE arrived at our school scores. However, for tonight's presentation, we do not have time to go into it. And as we work on our 5-year comprehensive plan throughout the coming year, you're going to gain a better understanding of how these scores were calculated in each category. So we don't really have time to go through that tonight, but we will have many conversations regarding our framework at a later date for the comprehensive plan. So, and what we're going to say, so you can see these are the categories we have distinguished, and a school that scores 90 or above. On track is between 80 to 89, off track 65 to 79, and needs intensive support below 65 points. Now, we're going to preface this by saying the scores that in our division are not where we would like to be at this point. We do feel that we have a plan in place to support the schools that need remediation. I wanted to say that before we share the scores, because our schools, with the exception of one, they're not satisfied with their scores, nor are we, but our scores are what they are. So we'll share those with you at this time. At this time, we're going to share the scores. Here we go. All right, at this time. So here's our elementary schools. You've got Eastern Macy and Nares Elementary School. And like we said before, to be on track, you had to have 80 points. This VDOE does not round up. So you have 79.82, which is off track, Macy 77.31, and Nares Elementary School on track at 82.12. So we've got 2 that are right at the cusp of being on track, and 1 we have to keep close track on that we don't want to slide. That's 2 points we don't want to slide back. So we're very well aware of it, but these are our scores. And is this the point where you're going to tell them about how games? Okay. All right. So I'm going to turn it over to Paula, who I just want to say the numbers that she's crunched and all of those slide presentations that she's done. I'm going to let her take credit for this, but she knows the numbers better than anybody.
Well, pretty much what we've realized with this new accountability system is that we've, all along for 28 years that Virginia has had SOL tests, we have focused on this area right here. And you can see from the possible points over here, out of 22.5 points for math and reading and 10 points for science, we're very close to that at all 3 schools. And you can see that that's where our focus has been for 28 years of SOL tests. That magic 400 score is what we strive for. With the new accountability system, you see that we have all of these other categories now to worry about too. It's just not about SOL scores. Okay, so that's where we're seeing where we have schools that may have fallen off of track. So one area that we see that is very important is the growth. So out of 17.5 possible points for reading growth and math growth, you can see that we have some room for improvement at all 3 schools, whether they were on track or not. So our focus is going to be understanding what growth is. You cannot pass an SOL test, but show growth. Growth is about doing better the next year than you did the previous year. So you can see the SOL tests are grade 3 through 7, grade 3 through 7, but growth is for 4 through 7 because 3rd graders can't show growth. They didn't have a previous SOL test to compare to. Okay? So chronic absenteeism, you've heard a lot about that. We have a new attendance policy, thanks to Dr. Campbell. He came in and saw a need for that because of this new accountability system. 10 points is what you can earn in that category, and we are very close to that. And again, room for improvement. But you can see we have focused on SOL tests. And we have a lot of other things that we need to focus on with this accountability system.
And so what you're gonna be hearing, we have 2 schools that are off track, and then we have 1 category that put us into the needs intensive support, which that's Eastern and Macy, and that is in our, that's in our special ed, population. And so that will be a focus, but what we've said, we've talked to Jessica about this is not a special ed issue, this is a school-wide issue that we ought, because, you know, that category did put us in needs intensive support, but had we gained all of these points that we left on the table, we wouldn't be with needs intensive support. We wouldn't be in that category because we would be on track. So in 1 category, if you do not meet the standard, it drops you down. So the next off track is needs intensive support. So that's why those 2 schools are off track. But, you know, rest assured, we have a good plan in place. Dr. Campbell is on everybody about the chronic absenteeism, and we can gain a lot of points there. And then with the high schools, do we have a high school side?
Okay, let's look at the high school. They have more categories than the elementary school. And basically, we actually have to kind of separate our grade levels at the high school. We're kind of an anomaly, okay? We did a little research today. There are 307 high schools in, was it Region 7?
No,
in the whole state. 307 high schools in the whole entire state of Virginia. Only 22 of those high schools are configured 8 through 12. The rest of them are 9 through 12. So we're kind of an anomaly because we have to do 8th grade at the middle school level with growth and advanced coursework, and I misspelled that, sorry, I just saw that. But we also have to do our senior cohort. So if you remember from our other presentation, the senior cohort is all of their scores all the way back to 9th grade. So a collection of all of their scores for the senior cohort and 8th graders is what goes into the mastery. So it's just those 2 sets of students. Okay, so 8th graders are very important at the high school. So you can look at the possible points over there. They're very close to all of them. 15, 15, and 10, I mean, they're hovering right there. So that's where our focus has been for 28 years is SOL scores, and you can see that from where we are right now. With the new accountability system, we also have to do growth for 8th grade only. Growth is for 4th grade through 8th grade. So we have to do growth for 8th grade only. So at both high schools, the 8th graders count for 20% of your score. That's a lot to put on 8th grade because it's a transition year. So you can see with growth, you can get 10.29 points. We're getting about half of those points because we need to really understand what growth is, and we need to have trainings with teachers and principals to let them understand what growth is and how we can help them have students show growth and get those points on the table as well. Our graduation rate, holding steady there, room for improvement, but I think we're right there. These last 4 categories, again, advanced coursework is for 8th grade only. We had less than 15 students in that category, so it didn't calculate. So we were fortunate that we didn't have to calculate those in. Chronic absenteeism. At the high school level, it only counts for half the points than it does at the elementary. If you remember from the elementary, it was 10 points. At the high school, it's 5.29 points. Room for improvement there. We can put some points on the table there. The 3E readiness, very proud of this. They expected us to do 15.88 points. Both high schools scored more than that because students can get points in multiple ways with 3Es. So very proud of that. We put more points on the table than what they expected us to. And then the applied studies, 5.29, we're right there.
So basically, and if you'll remember at the retreat, we were talking about how crucial 8th grade students were being at the high school, and we said that we knew that that was gonna, really impact us. And you can see here, this is why we really need to have a focus and on our 8th grade students. And like Paula and I, we've been talking, you can get you don't have to pass your SOL test to get growth points. Right? You can have a 325 and not pass your SOL and get a 395, still not pass your SOL, but we can gain a lot of points for growth because they improved, where we may not get, points in other areas. Our advanced coursework in 8th grade, that was our math students. Well, we were sending our 7th graders and they were taking the coursework and they were our upper level math students and they weren't counting for anything.
Yeah, no school got credit for our
advanced.
algebra. Our 7th grade algebra students, no school got any credit on anything for those students.
Which passed at 100%. So what we were doing, we were playing a game and we didn't know all the rules. And now we know the rules, and so now we're going to correct that because, we feel like now we know what we're doing. We just didn't know. We didn't know how they were.
We're playing the game without the rules.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
So-
And I think the state has been building the plane as they'll find it as well. So,
How'd we do, 5 minutes? So we went over, but that it's kind of hard to explain and,
But it's a great job.
yeah.
Can I ask a clarifying question?
Yes.
The growth scores, that is SOL year over year. That is the metric, right? When we're talking about growth.
7th grade, well, yeah. Well, 8th graders, they compare, like a math SOL, an 8th grader takes their math SOL.
Yes.
They will compare that to their 7th grade SOL score.
Okay.
If they show growth, which
Yeah.
means that they move to a different band of vertical scale scores. If they move to a different band of those scores, that means that they show growth. If they stay within the band that they were in 7th grade, they get no points for growth.
Okay.
So they have to move to a different band.
You can you can pass an SOL score with an advanced pass, but not improve. Like
Yes.
you can have a 500 and then get a 505 and get a 500. You get no points because you didn't improve.
Improve
Even though you're
enough.
advanced.
Yeah.
Even
Like
though
a
you're
scenario
advanced.
would be a student, like Lisa said, if you went from as a 3rd grader of say that you fell below basic at 323, and then you made a 390 as a 4th grader, you would get 0.75 points just for your score, because fail basic is 0.75 points. You would also get 1 point for your school for growth. So that student that did not pass their SOL 2 years in a row got 1.75 points for their school. Another student scenario, let's say they scored, 410, and then they scored 450. They passed both years, but did not show growth. That student only earns 1 point for their school.
Interesting.
So growth is very important.
You all have no idea how hard it is for me not to keep my hand out of my hair, Amanda, as you're explaining this.
It doesn't.
That's when he's done.
It doesn't make sense from the standpoint, especially if you've got past advanced or the high category. If kids are there and they don't show growth, we're doing our job, and the schools are doing their job. And DOE's got that's at some point everything on this, especially in the growth category, has got to be taken with a grain of salt, because I think what the public's got to look at, if we're looking at the quality of our schools, are the kids that are in the pass or in the fail, are they advancing? If they're the upper level kid, they're going to be all right.
Right. And that's just like when we were, Nares High School scoring distinguished, and then Giles High School, when I think Paul was doing the calculation, that was probably like 8 students getting out of the chronic absentee list.
Had nothing to do, like
Had
if you
nothing to do
moved
with
8
scores.
students out of chronic absenteeism, had nothing to do with SOL scores. They would have been
They would have been
distinguished.
distinguished. So.
Thanks.
Thank y'all for explaining.
I guess, yeah. We'll move on to the consent items, which will approve the meeting minutes from November 13th, 2025, bills, payroll, revenue expenditure reports, appropriation requests, the field trips that have already happened, and surplus. So, can I get a motion to approve the consent items?
So moved.
Second.
Motion second. Any discussion? I guess just so everyone knows, we are getting those cars on there finally. I think those look good. All right. So with that, we'll take a vote. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? All right. Passes unanimously. Do we need to get any?
We do. We have personnel and contractual as well.
Okay. We need to and potential legal.
Potentially, yes, sir.
Okay. I need a motion to go into closed session for identifiable personnel issues, contractual issues, and discussion of attorney-client and other legal issues.
Make that motion.
Second. Motion is second. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye. All right. We'll go to closed now.
Yeah.
Oops, sorry. How about that?
Yes. Yes. You've done
That makes sense.
Can I get you out of here?
No, it's okay. Well, I said, I'll just push all these up for Jody.
Yeah, I'm just trying to scoot them over.
Can you, please take a picture real quick?
Need your glasses, Jay? No, you good.
Take a picture real quick.
Retake.
Have you got your, certificate?
Well, sorry if I
Take one too.
He's unchanging his mind.
Oh.
I'm sure Bill will share his cake. No.
Can I get a certification that the only things that we talked about in closed session was the things we went in closed session for, which were contracts, personnel, and legal matters?
So certified.
Also certified.
I so certify.
We're certified.
I so certify.
It looks amazing.
Not here. I'm waiting to be home.
All right, so we've done that. Dr. Campbell, if you'll go into the superintendent's report.
Thank you. This time I'd like to ask the board to approve the personnel report as presented.
Okay, a motion to approve the personnel report as presented.
I make that motion.
Second.
Motion and second, any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
I'd also like to ask the board to approve the policy revisions as presented.
Okay, a motion to approve the policy revisions as presented.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Motion and second, any discussion? All in favor say aye. Resolution. Or do you want me to read it?
I'd like for you to read it.
Okay. Also, we have a draft resolution. I'll read it out. Honoring Mr. Pennington. So, resolution honoring Mr. Philip A. Pennington. A resolution of the Giles County Public School Board of Education expressing appreciation and gratitude to Philip A. Pennington for dedicated service as a member of the Board of Education. Whereas Mr. Philip A. Pennington has faithfully served the students, families, staff, and community of Giles County Public Schools as a member of the Board of Education from January 1, 2018 to December 31st, 2025. And whereas during this period of service, he demonstrated a steadfast commitment to student achievement, educational excellence, and a responsible stewardship of district resources. And whereas Mr. Pennington provided thoughtful leadership, collaboration, and sound judgment in addressing district priorities, policies, and long-term planning. And whereas he consistently advocated for the best interests of students and supported the professional growth and success of district educators and staff. And whereas the Board of Education recognizes such service requires countless hours of preparation, public service, and professional dedication. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Giles County Public Schools Board of Education hereby expresses its sincere appreciation and gratitude to Mr. Philip A. Pennington for his years of exemplary service, and be it further resolved that the board extends its best wishes to Mr. Pennington for continued success and fulfillment in all future endeavors, and be it further resolved that this resolution be entered into the official records of the Giles County Public Schools Board of Education, and that a copy be presented to Mr. Pennington as a lasting token of the board's esteem and appreciation, adopted this 17th day of December 2025. Can I get a motion to approve this resolution?
I'll make that motion.
Second.
The motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Mr. Pennington.
Thank you, Mr. Pennington. I appreciate you.
Thank you, sir.
In the way of instructional updates, I'll just share that, of course, it's been a tough winter already. A lot of snow days, a lot of virtual instruction, and I'll take this as an opportunity to thank, the teachers for the hard work that they have put into continuing to provide instruction, despite the hurdles they've had to overcome, and certainly very appreciative of the families and parents and their flexibility and grace that they have shown over the past several days as we've made some very difficult decisions in regard to closing school as it relates to weather. We will keep our fingers crossed and hope that we'll come back in January, not have to deal with any additional snow or ice, but we all know that's very unlikely. So we'll continue to plan and work and make adjustments. We'll wrap up our second 9 weeks and first semester mid-January. We'll be administering, of course, some SOL assessments as we move towards the end of January, as well as some academic benchmarks and a variety of other courses as well. So look forward to receiving that data and feedback from our instructional program as we move into the spring semester. Just very excited and proud to be part of what we're doing here in Giles County, and thankful for all those terrific presentations and student recognition that we shared. A true testament, I think, to the hard work folks are putting in. That would conclude my superintendent's report.
All right. Before we move to our things, let's just verify the date. It looks like our next board meeting regularly would be January 15th. That's Thursday. We could do it at 4:30 or 6:30 if that date works for everybody. I guess check with Mr. Price to make sure that works with him. That will be our organizational meeting that day.
I am out of the country that day,
Okay.
but y'all don't need me.
I can't make it, do you?
Are you sure? I mean, we can move it to the next week. I mean, it's.
I'm out pretty much the rest of January.
Okay.
After the 15th.
We'll set it for the 15th. If something opens up, we can do that.
Yes.
Let's do some tentative 15th at 4:30. Let's do that since there's no basketball game yet.
And I mean, we're just traveling that day, so like I can call in or, if there's something else.
All right. And if, like I said, if something opens up that we've got it, we can work on that. All right. So let's make sure I didn't miss anything else on the agenda before we go to comments. Anything?
No, sir, I don't think so.
Okay, all right. All right. Board member comments. Mr. Williams.
Well, I guess I'll start out thanking Mr. Pennington for his service. You ought to ride by the schools or go in the buildings and what you see today, you've been a big part of that over the years. Get it where it is. Thank you for doing that. You'll be proud of it. Wish you the best in your future endeavors. Anything I ever do for you, you know where we're at.
Thank you, sir.
Next, I'd like to thank really everybody in our school system. I tell you, we've had a lot of hurdles to get over this fall, getting things going and getting more right today. And everybody stepped up and handled it well. I'm really proud to be a part of it. Proud of everybody. Proud of our girls volleyball state champions there. And all the other awards are passed out tonight. And a lot of good stuff going on and proud to be a part of it.
That it? Awesome. Okay, so I feel like I have so much to say, but I'm going to start with Philip. Thank you. You have been a joy and an inspiration. I have learned a lot from you. I have been inspired by your dedication, your focus, your resolve in all that we do as school board members, and so thank you. I wish you all the best. I am going to miss not sitting next to you in these meetings, for sure.
Well, thank you. Appreciate that.
Yes. Mr. Williams, glad you're back.
Thank you.
Glad you're mending. Keep doing that.
Hopefully.
Yeah. So I want to spend a second and just give a shout out. Everybody here knows I have a lot of children. Those children have been in my home for many, many days before today, just like all the other parents. And it is stressful, and we recognize how stressful it is. We also recognize we cannot make everybody happy. We never will with the decisions that are made about school delays, openings, closings, etc. So I'm going to plead with the public to give grace to this board and to Dr. Campbell and to the people who make these decisions, because we truly do, and Dr. Campbell truly does, have everyone's safety at heart, best interest at heart. It's easy to say we should send the kids to school when you live on the main road. And if you haven't traveled some of the back roads, even yesterday morning, a lot of people might not realize many of them were still in really bad shape. And safety is a key priority. So, Dr. Campbell, thank you for your leadership as we've had to make really difficult decisions over the last couple of weeks with weather. To that, I also want to say thank you to the teachers who are steadfast in making sure that our students have access to learning resources and learning materials even when they're not in the school building, and for also giving grace and patience to us parents as we figure out the systems and get our kids through all of their recommended schoolwork while they're on virtual days. It is not easy, especially for those working parents or folks with limited access to internet. And so we recognize how hard the teachers work to make sure that they are valuable, robust exercises and work that our students can continue to do even when they're not in the classroom. I think that's important for us to limit the gaps that happen over days when we're not in school. So thank you to the teachers and the administrators, the parents and the guardians and the grandparents, for making it through a couple of weeks with really rough weather. Hopefully that's all behind us now, and maybe spring will get here sooner than we might expect it. But congratulations to all of the incredible things that we celebrated today. I'm not going to rehash all that. Everybody's doing amazing stuff. Keep it up. That's it.
He wants to go last. So I guess me and Mr. Phillip have sit beside of each other for 8 years, or almost 8 years. So I'm gonna say congratulations to you, because it's gonna be fun. You know, it's gonna be a great thing. But I do thank you for your commitment to Giles County Public Schools. And I know that you give it 100%, and I appreciate that. And I think probably during COVID, we might have been we were the partners in crime on that, I do believe, wasn't we? But no, thank you so much, and thank you for being a friend, and I appreciate it. And I'm probably not gonna cry, because I typically don't do that. But I am gonna miss you, and I wish you the best of luck, and it's been an honor to be beside of you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
But it was so exciting to come into the board office today and see all these people. You know, I love it. You know, I wish they could all be like that. But there's a lot of great things going on. But of course, we celebrated Mr. Pennington, and then we had the volleyball team. What an accomplishment that, you know, they won the state championship, and all those girls, I couldn't even imagine to name them all, but all their awards, and Mandy and her coaching staff. So just a big shout out to them, and congratulations. Thank you for Shelley and her team presenting. It was really nice to hear, you know, about the dual enrollment, and we're just very fortunate that we have things like that. So I'm thankful to that. And it was really nice to hear from Weston, some come back and tell us, you know, his experience and stuff. So all in all, it's exciting. And Dr. Campbell, I know it's been a tough 2 weeks, and I really appreciate you. And I know you've been out there, and like Nicole said, you know, we just got to have a little grace sometimes, and we got to remember that we just got to be kind, and, you know, if we can be in the building safely, we're going to be in the buildings, and if not, we're not. So, you know, but thank you. I know that's been hard, and I always have to give Amanda, because I know a lot of people don't know it, but Amanda takes care of all of us. She got this party together, and she decorates, and she's just so bubbly and so personable, and I do appreciate her. And of course, John, I don't know how John Ross does it. You know, sometimes I feel like we kind of forget him, but thanks to him for coming out and speaking to us tonight and keeping us informed. And other than that, I hope everybody has a very Merry Christmas.
All right. Well, since you're sitting back there, I will say congratulations to our special education director,
Yes.
Dr. Jessica Morris. Congratulations on that. Philip, you know, as I said earlier, you know, I appreciate your service on this board. I don't think anybody can question you've been a man of conviction, and you've served diligently on this board and have deliberated strongly, and we greatly appreciate everything you've done. I'm going to miss you, because you've been a great board member.
Yes.
Yep.
Thank you, really appreciate it. It means a lot.
Yep. So, also I want to go back and you know, appreciate everyone saying that we ought to give Dr. Campbell some grace, but people also maybe I'll get a little more heated on it, because you know, folks have got to realize that there's one man that's got to look after, what do we have, 2,200 students? He's got to worry about every one of them getting to school safely. I think every one of us would feel distraught and destroyed if we lost someone in our community, because, you know, it was inconvenient for us not to be out of school that day. And it's not just the bus routes; it's the kids that drive to school. And we've got to look at it. Now, you can say all the time that, oh, these kids are out doing those things, but when we tell them to come to school, that's on Dr. Campbell. It's on this board. I hear a lot of stuff about, you know, some people are saying about change. Yes, our buses have change. There's change around those buses, so that if we get a snowstorm that starts in the morning real quick, we can get these kids home. Or if your kids are at a basketball game and it starts snowing, that we can get them home safely. If it's bad enough that we need to be putting chains on our buses, it's probably bad enough that we shouldn't be going to school. All right, so we're going to do some things, and that's what I'll say. First time since we've been here, they're really looking at. Dr. Campbell's come up with some ideas about some snow routes and some things that we'll be communicating so that we can better do that. And I give him credit for looking at those things. So I hope people will have grace for him. And if you got a problem, talk to us about it, because I fully support what he's done the last few weeks. Again, it was great to be in here and see all the great things that happened. I will be remiss if I do not mention congratulations to my wife to being awarded the Teacher of the Month at the Tech Center. She is, the shining star in the family, and takes care of everything. So.
And Teacher of the Year.
Oh, is that announced yet?
Well, she's for the Tech Center, yes, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Then Teacher of the Year for the Tech Center. So, yeah, very proud.
Not overall winner yet, but she's the nominee for the Tech Center, so.
Yeah, so congratulations to her on that. And all the other folks that won those. Like I said, I never know what's public and what's not until what it is. And again, it was great. It was great to see the presentations we had from the Christmas card winners, former graduates, the volleyball team. That was amazing. They've had a great year. It's rare with the competition they have that they took all three of those titles, which is with how the Mountain Empire District is and Region C is. To win them all three, you've got to be on your game every night. It's an accomplishment to win a state title, but it's probably just as hard to win the Mountain Empire District. So, with that, I'll turn it over to Philip.
Well, unlike you, you know how to get emotional, so I'll try to make it to it and make it short. So, now, like I said, I want to congratulate the volleyball team for their state championship, and Mandy and all her girls and coaching staff. Dr. Campbell, Miss Mustang, and Miss Amanda can thank you enough for all you do for our school system. Anybody that has anything to do with our school system, I really appreciate it. And I'm probably going to forget some people. If I do, I apologize. I want to thank you all for the kind words that you expressed us up here tonight. I'm going to miss all of y'all. It's kind of bittersweet. So, I'm going to miss a lot of things, but some things I'm not going to. So, especially when you get these phone calls and emails about stuff going on, I'm not going to miss that part of it. But it's been an honor, a privilege to serve the last 8 years our school system. I want to thank the Board of Supervisors. And everything I say, it's not nothing I did. I just one small part of that. But I hope to thank like I said earlier, that we've done some real good things over the last 8 years. And I hope y'all continue that. I'm sure you will. And like I said, I'm going to forget some people, but I just want to thank everybody for what you've done for me. And I don't deserve all this stuff. Thank Miss Amanda for getting this together, but I just like to rather just went out real quiet and not had all this, but I really appreciate it. And like Melissa said, you're the rock here that keeps everything together, and we really appreciate it. But then again, I'd like to thank everybody for everything you've ever done for me, and if there's anything ever I can do for you, just reach out and let me know. And I'm gonna quit before I really get to crying. But just thank everybody. It's really been a good run.
Well, with that, unless there's nothing, if there's anything else, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion.
Second.
Motion is second. All in favor, say aye. Aye. We're adjourned.
That was your mic right there, but.
Yeah.